All right, so today we have Aniket from Shimla, and we'll have some kind of discussion, some other discussion about English, about various topics. So, Aniket is there with us. Aniket, could you please say something about you first, and then we'll begin our session?
Yeah, for sure, sir. So my name is Aniket, and I belong to Shimla, Himachal Pradesh. And currently, I'm an English learner. I've been
Mhm.
learning English for since last, I think, 1.5 year now, and I
Wow.
think I have been enjoying. Yeah.
But it's as you said, like you are a learner, but still your English is really nice. I mean, the way you're speaking English is really great, even though the pronunciation and the grammatical portion is really nice. However, this is like a small part of talk, but when we go ahead and we'll be having more discussion about it, how we come across to the level of English you have. By the time you said you are from Shimla, and Shimla is one of the most beautiful places of India. So could you say something about like what kind of location Shimla is having and more about like Shimla, which is there in Himachal Pradesh, which is one of the states in India. Yeah, please go on.
Yeah, yeah. So, do you want me to speak about my place, or
Yes,
where do I stay in Shimla?
Shimla, Shimla.
Yeah. Okay, Shimla. So like I'm basically from like Shimla district, but like
Mhm.
right now I'm living in Shimla district. But basically I'm from another district. There is a district called Kinnaur. It is
Okay,
it is just next to Shimla district. But yeah, like
okay.
I have a home in Shimla too. Yeah, so it is not proper Shimla, but it is just some kilometers away from Shimla. So the place is called Rampur. So I live in that place right now. Yeah, and
Okay, so
Shimla is basically, yeah, the proper Shimla is a little, I think, 50, 60 kilometer away from my place. And
mhm.
the place we all talk about, the place where, like, which is very renowned for the tourism and everything. Yeah. So you can say, yeah, it's definitely beautiful. As you also mentioned that key, like it is one of the best, tourism place where people like to just travel or like spend their holidays, vacations. So definitely.
So, Shimla, we know Shimla as like one of the coldest places where snowfall is there. So, how many months the snowfall is there, or is it every time like there is no sunlight, you only live into, snowing and snowfalling and something like that?
Okay, okay. All right, all right, all right. This question is asked many times, like whenever I talk to someone. So, like this is the first thing they ask me, ki, okay, so because Hannah, they don't have any idea. They have just heard about it. Ki, oh, like how do they live like in this cold and like does snow is there for whole year or what. So the thing is like it doesn't stay for whole year. And yes, definitely on the top of the mountains, definitely like snow stays for like whole year, like 12 months or 24/7. Yeah, but like it's a remote place, like on the top of the mountains, like nobody lives there. Yeah, but when it comes to the place where people live, villages, cities. So, snow only falls for 4 months, maybe like let's say after November to till March. So yeah, after March it starts melting away, and after that, definitely I think the weather gets better. But we can't say ki, like yeah, it like it's not cold. Even like after March, it is cold till April, May. Then after May, it starts getting hotter and hotter. But before that, definitely, it is definitely cold. But if we talk about snow only, so snow only remains for 2 or 3 months, depends on the place, like the elevation. Let's say ki, it's Himachal, so there are some districts where snow doesn't happen in Himachal, but there are some districts where snow happens in a like very too much snow happens there, you can say. Yeah.
So, I also would like to know about the summer. Like in other states in India, we have like
Mhm.
from March, April, starting from March to April, May, June, and mid of July, we have a hot weather. There is too much humidity. The temperature goes up to like a 40, 45, 48 maximum. percentage for maximum degree for the temperature was recorded 48 degrees centigrade last time in other states, the states where I live in. So how about there? I mean, what temperature is there in summer, and what are the months where temperature goes up?
Okay, sir, it also depends. In Himachal, where are you living? Okay, because as I said, ki in Himachal, there are some districts where snow does not happen at all, like Mandi, like Kangra, and there are some cities in Kangra where snow happens, like Dharamshala, Dhalauji. Okay, so also it depends in which place are you living, and in some place in Himachal, also in summer the temperature gets above 30, in
Okay.
above 30, like Unna, Solan, because in these places snow doesn't happen. But when it comes to the peaks, the like high range mountains, so in those places definitely snow happens, and the temperature does not get above 15 degrees Celsius. So the place where I live, so the you can say maximum temperature is I think 25, like if let's say ki in July or in August, because these are the months where like we face the highest amount of you can say summer, and I think in these months, you can say in these months, we face, you can say ki, I think much temperature, like more than 30, or like around 30. Yeah, the temperature
Mhm.
is around 30. Yes, but
So the average
there
temperature
are
we
some.
record, yeah, the average temperature we record out there, it would be like uh 30, right?
Yeah, 30
Hmm.
you can say.
Have you visited other states of India where you found something different? I mean, uh, the locations, the temperature, or maybe because if it is very cold, maybe you could have different kind of trees, plants, harvesting seeds, crops, and eating material. I mean, everything gets changed when you change your location. So, have you ever visited any other city where you found that it's different than your city, like Shimla?
Yeah. I have visited to mm, like Uttarakhand, Punjab, Haryana, and like some of Delhi, you can say. So uh, I I think in terms of the weather, it's quite same. Like because it's not too far from Himachal Pradesh. Like Uttarakhand is like too much same as Himachal. But the
Mm-hmm.
only difference is, I think, in Delhi, I think in Delhi, like even if it's winter, है ना? So we don't, you can say, कि feel as much as winter like we feel in Himachal. So I think that's the only difference I have seen. Apart from that, I have never been to like other places for too long. Yeah, so that's why I don't have much of idea. Yeah.
Okay, so that's really nice. Okay, and how about
How
the
about
job?
you, sir? Have you been to Himachal?
No, I never been to Himachal. I only have heard because it is one of the best tourist places, tourism attractions, and this is why many people they like to go there to visit. And many of my friends even they have visited, and I found, and when I have taken the
Mhm.
pictures, I found that it's really nice to be there. However, like in
Mhm.
March and April, we have much hotter weather. I mean, the temperature is around 35, 40. So we always feel like, oh, it's very good to be in Shimla because you can have a good weather. Because people, especially
Mhm.
in MP, they want to have more cold weather, which is not there because, this is a rainy season at the moment. We are in September. I mean, August is about to finish and we are getting into September now. But still, the weather goes into humidity. We still have temperature around like a 25, 26, and we feel much hotter.
Mhm.
Yeah, so this is something like we always feel. But it happens like this is the reality because the places you live, you always want to move to the other places. And the people who are living on the other places, they always want to be on our places because we live our life in a comparative way and we always try to compare ourselves with the other people. And this is why we face the problem. So it should not be there. I mean, we
Mhm.
should be we should adjust ourselves according to the weather conditions we have around us. Okay, so let's move on and we discuss something more. As you said, you are a learner and you want to learn more about American accent, and since you are in India and you speak Indian
Yeah.
accent, which and this is like a practice also to our audience because we have got the people from Taiwan, Malaysia, Hong Kong, Japan, Korea, Vietnam, and there are other countries people are there and they're struggling with understanding Indian accent. So by speaking with you, they will be getting more familiarity with how can they be more familiar with the Indian accent. So we'll be doing some exercises, some practices wherein you will get a chance to give your
Sorry, sir,
answers.
your voice is not coming properly. I
Is
think
it, is it,
something
is
happened.
it, sure, let
Yeah, yeah.
me,
Now it's
is it okay now? Okay.
yep, yep.
So yes,
Now
I,
it's clear.
I said we'll be doing some practices and I will try to teach you something new that can help you to be more, much better in English. So let me give you one
Okay.
example of it, like N and T. N, T, N for nest and T for tiger. So whenever you have P after N, whenever you have P after N, so the T will be silent. T will not be
Okay,
pronounced.
even if there is a letter between it.
Yeah, no, 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 just after N. For example, you write down
Okay,
wanted, Wanted. It's like a wanted. So TED. So T, then we have other letter, and then we have like N, and then we have T, and then we
okay.
have other letter. So
So
just
T will
after
be
N, we
silent.
have T. So T would become silent. So wanted, we read in India, that will become wanted. Like I wanted to go to market. I wanted to call him. I wanted
Want
to
it.
get to want it because wanted
Want it.
now
Want
want
it.
it, want it. D sound would be the, I mean, you need to pronounce sound D. You have to say D sound. So that should be want it. There are other examples like internet. So when you say internet, INTERNET, internet. So in India, we say internet, but it is like a internet, internet, internet,
Internet.
internet,
Internet.
yes, like we say
Internet.
international. It becomes international, international,
Internet.
international,
International. So are we? So what are we doing here? Like I think international. Inner.
international.
Inter. Okay. So T is silent. We are not
T is
pronouncing
silent.
T.
You don't need to pronounce T sound like a
International.
inter, inner,
Internet.
inner. Okay, and also I'm going to give you the example. I just give you the live example how it goes. So for this, let me open something over the screen and I just give you the live example. Okay, just give me a
Yeah.
moment. Let me open. Okay, okay. So let me share my screen with you and I just guide you and that you can use other times as well to practice. Okay, can you see my screen?
Mm, yeah. Right now it's blank. Not able to
It is
see anything
uploading.
here.
It is, yeah, you can see it now, right?
Yeah.
You can see it.
Okay. Yep.
So on search bar, you need to write down you English,
You
and then you have
English.
to click OK. And you see one website that's YouGlish. You have to click on it. And this is
You English.
a website where you can get all kind of pronunciations, whether it is UK, US, Australian, any country. So here we just write down wanted, and we see for wanted how people pronounce. So we see some examples. I just write down here, and let's begin with it. And you have to listen.
And I got into it because I wanted to help.
I wanted to have. She said, I
Want it.
wanted. Let's begin one more time.
A big family. And one of my favorite things was picking names. But by the time child number 7 came along, we had and I got into it because I wanted to help people feel better. But
Right.
too often my treatments made them feel worse.
Let's listen one
And
more
I
time.
got into it because I wanted to help people feel better. And I got into it because I wanted to help people feel better.
Okay, can you read this?
Yeah.
Yeah, just
This
read.
one?
Yeah, the below
Okay,
line.
the
You can-
beneath phrase.
Yeah, right.
Okay. I got into it because I wanted to help people feel better.
Very good, very good. Let's go for next one.
It's really, I've had like very specific ideas of things that I wanted to communicate and then trying to do that with a synthesizer. It's really, I've had like very specific ideas of things. It's really, I've had like very specific ideas of things that I wanted to communicate and then it's really, I've had like very specific ideas of things that I wanted to communicate.
So I wanted. Let's say one more example.
I
A
wanted.
slow-
Back when I was 19, I decided I wanted to do real estate. And I lived in a little town, but I knew there was one developer that was pretty good. So I went down to that developer's office.
Who was also not above using violence to get what he wanted.
Now, here she said she wanted because she was not using American accent. Let's go next one.
In a place of despair, you had a goal, you had something you wanted to accomplish.
Something you wanted to accomplish.
Wanted.
Right.
Wanted. Accomplished.
But because he wanted to save me and give me renewing.
Right, because he wanted to save me.
And design how they wanted their life to be.
Okay, this is really nice. And design how they wanted their life to be. And design how they wanted, not wanted, it's wanted. And design
Wanted.
how they wanted their
Wanted.
life to be.
Wanted. Want it. Want it.
Want,
Yeah.
want it. Because yes,
Yeah.
when you
Two syllable are there.
when you silent T, then it becomes wanted because there is no T. Let's change the word and we just
Yeah.
write down another word. Maybe we can write out interview. So in India we say interview, but it becomes interview.
Yes.
Interview.
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 Inner view. Inner view, we can say. Yeah.
Interview. Right. Let's see some
Okay,
examples.
okay. So whenever in any word.
Earlier today, I came across an interview with Will Smith.
Yeah, whenever you have T after an N, like N and T, so you have to say one. I mean, you don't need to pronounce the word T. You have to go directly with the before letter you have. For example, like interview, interview, international, international, international. We see some examples and you get into more.
Dr. Phyllis Lee gave me my interview and she asked me how.
Now, here she says interview. Why? Because she was not an American one. She was using another country's accent.
Good. Kim, love this interview. Spending time with your
Interview.
Because most people had been through was the job interview. So
make sure that you practice the answers to common interview questions. Ask a friend to play the role.
British accent.
Hey, so recently I got the chance to interview Bill Gates when his foundation.
An interview in your living room, in your pajamas, but doesn't mean you should. The stakes for
It sounds like being asked in a job interview. Where do you see
16, and I also did a podcast interview with Sugar Mama who taught me about investing and how to get into it. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this.
You are using completely with the American accent. You go for that. We just write down internet as well. Internet. Internet. Let's see. It's internet.
Who've developed an Internet of Things technology of their own as a portable.
How many of you actually understand how the internet works, but you use it?
The internet works. Hypercharged through the internet.
Hypercharged through the internet.
Internet.
Yeah, it's winning the hearts and minds of that cohort back. That's a multi-year project. And so in the meantime,
Okay, we see more examples.
That was us just sending each other ideas and files over the internet, and it was just like
over the internet.
Use the ingenuity of America based on the internet. Internet was created in large measure by
that it's internet. So this is about the T sound, where we get T silent when we have an N before T. So NT, it's T sound. T sound would be silent. Now what will happen if N after T N comes, for example, we say, now, here you say that the N is coming after T. In India, we say button, 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 right? But it's not button, it's button, button. I mean, the last N sound you need to make by your nose. You have to say button,
Button.
button,
Button.
button. N should not be pronounced from your mouth. I mean, it should be in your nose. Button, button, but, So just like you give some pressure to your nose and you say button, button, button.
But.
Yeah,
Button.
button, button. So I just give you the pronunciation how people pronounce button, button, button.
Now, you might think, well, it's a tiny little button. It probably is pretty straightforward.
Button.
Button.
Energy, my friends, as you know, is a hot button topic these days. The dream is few.
Roll over. Somebody had just gone backstage and pressed a button, and that kind of confused people.
Subscribed, you should click that subscribe button over there and give me a thumbs up.
That means before you even walk up to the lift to press the button, it's anticipated you being.
Right, it's button.
But 2009 to 2012 is when you get the like button, the retweet button, algorithmicizing the news feed.
All right, so that's like a button. Yeah. Now.
Okay, so like, yeah. So what are the exercises I can do to improve my pronunciation or accent? You can say to improve my enunciation. I think definitely. I think these are good exercises. But how can I improve my accent?
To improve your accent, you need to listen to the English more and more. There is a website where you can get all types of levels. Let me open it. It's like a VoiceTube. Okay, and you have to go with this one, VoiceTube. So when you click on VoiceTube, here you will find all types of material to watch. And it has, like, for example, here, ethical hacking, right? Now here it's a level system. What is your level? For example, your level is B1, right? So now all the videos you will see on a B1. Now you want to practice vocabulary, anything you want to practice, you can practice here. For example, we go with this one. So we will be listening to it. And here you can see the subtitle as well so that you can be more clear to this one. How it goes.
64% of Americans surveyed are more worried about running out of money in retirement than they are about dying. And 1 in 4 Americans surveyed believe they won't ever be able to retire. The average life expectancy in OECD countries is about 80 years old. That's around a 13-year increase since 1960. As a result, retirement ages are rising in more than half of OECD countries.
I think the key thing that drives that is an improvement in longevity and honestly in health.
Yeah. Okay. So please go ahead and you have to read this. We can see how you read this. I mean, this should be read in a way the American people pronounce. So like 64% of Americans surveyed are more worried about running out of money in retirement than they are about dying. Now, not dying, it's dying. And 1 in 4 Americans surveyed believe they won't ever be able to retire. The average life expectancy in OECD countries is about 80 years old. That's around a 30-year increase since 1960. As a result, retirement ages are rising in more than half of OECD countries. I think they think that drives in an improvement in longevity and honesty in health. Okay, now please go ahead and read this so that we can go more clear to this.
Okay, so 64% of Americans surveyed are more worried about running out of money in retirement than they are about dying. Dying, yeah? Okay, and 1 in 4 Americans
Whenever you
surveyed
have
believe.
ing, you don't need to pronounce ing. You have to finish out there. Like coming would be coming, coming. Okay,
Coming.
like making would be
Dying.
making, making. You have to pronounce
In.
only
Okay.
N sound, making. Yeah.
Dying.
Yeah.
Coming. All right. Okay. And 1 in 4 Americans surveyed believe that they won't ever be able to retire. The advantage life expectancy in OECD countries is about 80 years old. That's around a 13-year increase since 1960. As a result, retirement ages are rising in more than half of OECD countries. I think the key thing that drives that is an improvement in longevity and honesty in health.
Okay.
Honestly in health.
So what I observe, the punctuation marks along with this to give stress on a particular word. For example, when I read the first line, like a 64% of Americans surveyed are more, so I say are more. Why I'm giving more too much stress? Because it is going to be comparative now, right? So I would read this is why I give more stress over the word more. I say 64% of Americans surveyed are more worried about
So is
running
it
out of.
about sentence? It is
Yeah,
about
it's
like
about.
when a sentence is being completed. So after that, we have to give stress, like when we are about to start another one. Yeah.
Yes, and it depends on the structure of the sentence as well. I mean, some sentences are there where you need to finish in one go, like, and in one in four Americans surveyed believe. Now, believe, because here we have another predicate. So we say, and one in four Americans surveyed believe they won't ever be able to retire. The average life expectancy in OECD countries is about is about 80 years old. So 80 years old, why? Because this is one of important thing of this sentence. 80 years, because this is the answer for one of the questions. This is why we focus more over the words. We need to particularize some words just to give stress. Okay, now we change the
Okay. So
level.
what I
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, so
please.
what I understood is whenever we are presenting to a like essential in you can say ki uh, kind of what can we say? We can say ki answer or a point. Yes,
Yeah,
whenever we are
yeah.
presenting or whenever we are reading a very just crucial point in a sentence or in a phrase. Okay, so we have to just I think mm, make our voice little higher. Yeah, am I
Right,
right?
right. Absolutely right. Okay, now we go for another one. R, long, R, N. So we won't go for this one. We go for some easy one. Maybe, okay, daily routine.
What's your daily routine? What time do you wake up?
Most of the days it change, but sometimes I wake up at 7, sometimes I wake up at 5.
And what do you do after you wake up?
Just watch TV.
You eat breakfast?
No,
No? Okay.
I
Then
eat breakfast, but my mom has to wake up.
what time does your mom wake up?
8:30?
Okay. And then after your mom wakes up, what happens?
I just get dressed and brush my teeth and eat breakfast and watch TV again.
And you watch TV all day?
No,
What do you do all day?
I hopefully watch TV and touch slime.
Do you go to school?
Yes,
Well, when do you go to school?
8:30.
Okay. And what time do you come home from school?
I don't know.
Okay,
What time do you
specifically,
usually have dinner?
we go for somewhat higher level. We go for maybe B1.
7?
Okay, B1, we can listen to whom? Any specific person. Okay, it's BBC and BBC we can go. That's a British accent.
President.
Okay, now it is asking for sign up. Okay, so it's fine. I mean, you came to know like how it works. So
Yeah,
since
yeah, yeah.
it's going to be end in 5 minutes, so we can talk about some feedback things that we can work about because Zoom has a
Your voice is
is
not audible again.
okay. Is my voice still breaking or it is okay now?
Yeah, No, no, no. Now it's good, but like, yeah, it became a little low, but yeah, now it's
Okay.
good.
Okay. So I said like we have got only 3 to 4 minutes now. After that, the meeting will
Yeah, yeah.
finish automatically. So let's summarize what we learned today. The first thing we learn is N and T sound, where whenever you have T after an N, that become T silence, and we say wanted, internet, international, interview, right? And at the same time, the N sound is there after T. It needs to be pronounced by the nose, and you have to say a button, right? And there are many other words which, I mean, I don't have any words in my brain at the moment. The last thing we learn is about ing. Whenever you have ing, you don't need to pronounce ing like coming, waiting, praising. So it's coming, waiting, line, preparing, preparing, preparing. So only you have to pronounce N. You don't need to go with the ing, the G sound. Okay, so that's we have understood. I hope this would help you and will help you become more comfortable speaker in American English. Along with this, this video will be really very helpful for our audience as well, who will be watching it from Taiwan, Malaysia, Hong Kong, Japan, Korea, Vietnam, and some other countries, because they want to practice more about the Indian accent. They want to be more familiar with it. Okay, so yes, thank you so much, Aniket, to join our session and to provide your time so that we could have discussed about it. If you have any question or something, you can go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. I just want to ask you, like, what, uh, like, things you observed, like, where do I need to work more?
I observe few things where you have to focus more. The first thing is the way you give stress on the words. I mean, why we become a good speaker, why people become connected with us. We understand where to give focus, where to make our pitch up, where to make our pitch down. So getting your pitch up and down, that is the recognition of a good speaker. And that happens when you keep on reading, you keep on listening. So I have said to you, like VoiceTube is there. You can go ahead and just start watching as per your level. Your level would be like B2 or maybe C1. So on this level, you can watch videos every day. You can watch 3 to 4 videos that will save you, set up your brain to pronounce the words correctly. Along with this, the structure will be, set in your brain. So this is how like you can do the things. For the pronunciation, I think your pronunciation was Indian, so I don't find any mistake in that one, but that's okay. If you want to switch in American, you have to go for some of the vocabulary that should be changed into Indian to American version. And the rest, the
Okay.
grammatical portion was okay. I think I didn't find any grammatical mistake. It was completely okay.
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 All right. Thank you so much for your feedback, sir. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Okay, so we'll be having another session with you, maybe as per your time management, tomorrow or day
Yeah,
after tomorrow, whenever
definitely.
you have
Whenever you
time.
are free, so we will be doing these
Sure.
things.
We'll be having it and
Whenever
we'll
you
be
are free, just
for
yeah.
sure.
Thank you so
Okay,
much,
so
sir.
by the time, thank
Thank
you so
you.
much and have a happy time.
Yeah, you too, sir. Thank you.